हरिः कर्ता।
Now we will be looking into the second type of uh, level of measurement, that is ordinal level of measurement. So what is ordinal level of measurement? So that we will see first, and then we will look into the various statistic models and statistic tests that we can use with ordinal data. We will be looking into them later. So ordinal level of measurement is a level of measurement that involves ranking data in a specific order or sequence, such as from lowest to highest or from least to most. So ordinal data can be ordered, but the intervals between the values are not necessarily equal, and the values may not have a clear numerical interpretation. So that's what is an ordinal level of measurement. So simply the ordinal level of measurement groups variables into categories just like the nominal scale, but also conveys the order of the variables. For example, rating how much pain you're in on a scale of 1 to 5, or categorizing your income as high, medium, or low. As you can see from these examples, there is a natural hierarchy to the categories, but we don't know what the quantitative difference or the distance is between each of the categories. We don't know how much respondent A earns in the high income category compared to the respondent B in the medium income category, nor is it possible to tell how much more painful a rating of 3 is compared to a rating of 1. So, although ordinal level of measurement is more precise than the nominal scale, it's still a qualitative measure and thus not as precise or informative as the interval and ratio scales. So, now you have collected a data using the ordinal level of measurement, using the ordinal measurement. Now how do you analyze that ordinal data? So how is ordinal data is analyzed? So the following descriptive statistics can be used to summarize your ordinal data. What are those? As usual, we can use a descriptive statistics. The initial one is descriptive statistics. From descriptive statistics, we can use frequency distribution, and then mode and median and range. So five these are the four tools that we can use from descriptive statistics to do analysis of ordinal data when you collect the data in ordinal scale. So frequency distribution describes, usually in table format as we have discussed earlier, how your ordinal data are distributed. So with values expressed as either a count or a percentage. Let's imagine you have conducted a survey asking people how painful they found the experience of getting a tattoo on a scale of 1 to 5. So if you put them, let me write down that example for you so that it will be much easier. Get into the hands-on. Jupyter notebook. So let's open Jupyter editor. Yeah. So now from the Jupyter dashboard, let's open the Jupyter notebook. I'll go for the levels of measurements. Yeah, this is what the levels of measurement. Now come down. Yeah. So here, so we are talking about the ordinal data, ordinal level of measurement. Okay, so let me also open this data types so that we can view the data before we come here. So ordinal level of data, as we have discussed earlier, let's imagine we have conducted a survey asking people how painful. So the rating could be, for example, so here we have pain rating. Then on the other side, a sum of pain ratings. So now, so rating 1, maybe 34 people. Rating 2, maybe 43. Rating 3, 70, 87. Rating 4, 79. And rating 5 is 145, 145. So this is what is nothing but a frequency distribution table, or you can do the same in percentages also. 34 percentage, 43 percentage, 87 percentage, 89 percentage, and 145 percentage. You can do the same in percentages also. So this is what is known as a frequency distribution table, either in this. So then we also have median, the mode, and then median or measures. These are all measures of central tendency. uh, so the other possible measure of central tendency is the mean, but this does not apply to ordinal data. So the mode is quite simply the value that appears most frequently in your data set. And in our pivot tables, we can see that the pain rating 5 received the highest count. You see that it's a 145 percentage. So that's the mode. And the median is the middle value in your data set, and it's useful as it gives you an insight into the average answer or value provided. If you arranged all survey respondents answers in ascending order, you could work out the median value. uh, so which is exactly at the center. Whatever, let's take example here for the median. So median, let's take, we have taken some maybe 15, 20 respondents. So these respondents will be giving our responses, and then we'll be recording those response. So first respondent said rated 1, second respondent also rated 1, third respondent also rated 1, and then 1, 1. So these are the responses from different respondents, and all records has been put in ascending order. And after putting all in ascending order, and exactly the center one is known as the median, so let me check into 1, and then 2, 2, 2, 2, then 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, and then 5, 5, 5, 5. So let's take out of this exactly, let's count how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 21 you have. So 21 divided by 2, and then in spite of that, if you take the one more 5, so now you have 22. 22 divided by 2. So exactly if you take 21, let me remove this 21. So divide this into two fractions, 21 keep and 20. So 10 here, this is 4 and this is 4 and this 2. So total this side 8 and sorry, this side 10 and another side 10. So exactly at the center is the one which is your the median. So that's what the median. So in a data set where you have an odd number of responses, so the median is the middle number in a data set with an even number of responses. The median is the mean of the two middle numbers. So however, bear in mind that with ordinal data, it may not always be possible or sensical to calculate the median. For example, if your two middle values are agree and strongly agree, it would not be possible to calculate the mean. So in this case, you would have no median value. So now I'm going to put one more value here. So now it will become 22. So 22 exactly I will take this two values, and 3 plus 3 divided by 2, I'll get a 3, and that would be our median. If that is an even number, so we will go for the median of the center two values. If it is an odd quantity is odd, then we will take the exactly the center value. So these are the levels of measurement that we do. These are the measures that we calculate with our ordinal level of measurement. So the final descriptive you can use for ordinal data is variability. So what is variability? So variability uh, identifies the highest and lowest values within your data set and tells you the range, that is how much the highest and lowest values differ from each other. When looking at the variability, it is important to make sure that your variables are numerically coded, that's represented by number labels. So in our tattoo pain rating example, in our tattoo pain rating example, the pain on the scale of 1 to 5. However, if you would ask participants to select from a range of categories such as painless, slightly painful, painful, very painful, and excruciating, you would need to convert these ratings into numbers. Example, 1 is equals to painless, 2 is equals to slightly painful, and so on. So once the data are numerically coded, you simply look for the highest and lowest values that appear in your data set. If the highest pain rating given was very painful, your maximum value would be 4. But if at least one respondent answered with excruciating, your maximum value would be 5. So once you have identified the highest and lowest values, simply subtract the lowest from the highest to get the range. So in this case, let me, yeah. In this case, so range is 5 minus 1. So that is equals to 4. So meaning the 4 is our range. So this is useful as it tells you at a glance that at least one respondent gave a pain rating at either end of the scale. So, and few more things that we have here, those are statistical tests. What all statistical tests are possible in with our ordinal data? So how you analyze ordinal data depends on both your goals. What do you hope to investigate or achieve, and the number and the type of data samples you are working with. Just like nominal data, ordinal data is analyzed using non-parametric tests. Some possible options include moods median test. So let me write down those here. Yeah. So statistical tests. One is moods median test, which enables you to compare the medians of two or more samples of data. Then we have man Munn Whitney U test. Munn Whitney U test. So for comparing the sum of rankings of scores across two independent data samples. For example, how do happiness scores of people living in Berlin compare to happiness scores of people living in New York? New York. So then the third one is Wilcoxon matched pairs signed rank test. So Wilcoxon matched pairs signed rank test. So this looks at the distribution of scores in two independent data samples, comparing how they differ. So for example, how do happiness scores among Mumbai residents differ from those living in the city centers versus those in the suburbs? And then we have one more, that is Kruskal Valleys test. So Kruskal Valleys H test. So which compares the mean rankings of scores across three or more data samples. For example, how do happiness scores differ between full-time employed, part-time employed, and unemployed people in their 30s? And next we have Spearman's row rank correlation coefficient. So this explores whether there is a relationship, that's nothing but a correlation between two ordinal variables. For example, is there a relationship between happiness score 1 to 5 and income level high, medium, and low? For that, the Spearman's row test can be used. So now we have seen some most important aspects of ordinal data, such as descriptive statistics and various statistical tests. But now we will be looking into the more examples of ordinal data. So one is examples of ordinal level of measurement include education level, such as high school, some college, bachelor's degree, master's degree, and second income level low, medium, high, and third one job satisfaction low, medium, high. Then level of agreement strongly disagree, disagree, neutral, agree, strongly agree. And we have Likert scales, rating scales from 1 to 5 or 1 to 7 or 1 to 10. So these are the best examples, and in addition to that, we have a few more examples. Uh, if you want to add, we can add to this. So uh, Seniority level at work is one more example. Junior, mid-level, senior. And income level we have discussed, and happiness on a scale, that's 1 to 10, and academic grades A, B, C, and so on and so forth. So in each of these examples, the data can be ordered, but the intervals between the values are not necessarily equal. For instance, the difference in education level between a high school a diploma and bachelor's degree is not the same as the difference between a master's degree and a PhD. So in summary, ordinal level of measurement is used to rank or order data, and it's useful for making relative comparisons but not for determining exact differences or ratios between the values.